On behalf of Community Bible Fellowship, happy Thanksgiving. Guys, I was born and raised in Seattle, and spent a few other years here and there, but always come back to Seattle. My dad was a professor at the University of Washington, and so I'm a huge Seahawks fan. And lately, we've been hearing in Seahawk land, let Russ cook, meaning let Russ throw the ball. Don't run it so much. Let him air it out a little bit on our football team. Well, let Russ cook has been what everybody's been saying. But now it's the time of year for us to say, hey, let Mom cook, let Dad cook. Let's get some good food in here. Mom makes an awfully good turkey. Guys, we have a lot to be thankful for, and it's time for us to thank God for all of our blessings. See, God's been busy baking up some blessings for us, so we need to be thankful. You might be thinking, Pastor, wait a second. How can we be thankful? Honestly, how can we be thankful with COVID-19, with political disunity, with violence on our streets? How can I be thankful? Philippians 2:14 says, do all things without grumbling or questioning. Some things, most things, all things. Guys, it's so easy for us to get focused on all the things that are going wrong, all the things that we don't have. But I got to tell you, we are truly blessed. We have so many things still to be thankful for. You might still be thinking, well, how can I be thankful with racism, with fascism, with the death of loved ones all around us? How can I be thankful? 1 Thessalonians 5:18 says, give thanks in all circumstances, for this is the will of God in Christ Jesus for you. As notice what it doesn't say. It doesn't say give thanks for all circumstances. It says give thanks in all circumstances. We're not called to be fake and say, oh, yeah, thank you for this awful thing happening. Thank you for COVID-19. No, we can be thankful for God being with us and never leaving or forsaking us as he moves us through the challenges of COVID-19, as he moves us through the challenges of political disunity, as he moves us through the challenge of violence in our streets, as he helps us weather the storm of racism, fascism, and the death of loved ones. Give thanks in all circumstances, because we're not alone in the battle. We have a God who loves us, and his promises, I will never leave you or forsake you. Do we measure our relationship with God by what he gives us? No, we measure it by how intimate we are with him. Give thanks in all circumstances. Story in Luke 17 might help make this a little more clear. On the way to Jerusalem, this is Luke 17, starting in verse 11. On the way to Jerusalem, Jesus was passing along between Samaria and Galilee. And when he entered a village, he was met by 10 lepers who stood at a distance and lifted up their voices, saying, Jesus, Master, have mercy on us. When he saw them, he said to them, go and show yourselves to the priests. And as they went, I love this, they were cleansed. As they obey God, as they go in obedience of faith, they are cleansed. Verse 15, then one of them, when he saw that he was healed, went back, praising God with a loud voice. And he fell on his face at Jesus' feet, giving thanks. Now he was a Samaritan, and a Samaritan back then was, they were looked down upon. They were not lifted up as people that were as good as the Jewish people. They were really frowned on by the Jewish people. Verse 17, then Jesus answered, were not 10 cleansed? Where are the other 9? Was no one found to return and give praise to God except this foreigner? And he said to him, rise and go your way. Your faith has made you well. 10 lepers. Remember, to have leprosy back then, you could never be around people. You always had to yell anywhere you went, unclean, unclean, and you had to yell it at the top of your voice. You weren't allowed within any kind of distance from each other. We can kind of relate to social distancing right now, can't we? Well, this is a lot further than 6 feet. And they had to yell, unclean, unclean. And Jesus, he heals these 10. But the amazing thing is, only 1 out of the 10 comes back to say thank you. Only 1. He says, your faith has made you well. So only 1 gets the bigger blessing, which is being made right with Christ. Guys, if we're just going to church, if we're just doing the Christian thing to get what we want from God, we're missing out on the blessing of God himself. The others were, these other 9, they were enjoying the blessing of being healed. But they forgot about the one who blessed them. They forgot to come back and say thank you. Psalms 92:1 says, it's good to give thanks to the Lord. And guys, this Thanksgiving, know that it is good to give thanks to the Lord. This Thanksgiving, let's spend some time really thinking about all the blessings that we have, not of all the things that we want or don't have or all the problems we're surrounded with. But let's spend some time really having a heart that is thankful, going back to the Lord and saying, thank you for all that you've given us, that you've given to me, that you've given to my family. Man, we should be undone by the generosity of God. It's good to give thanks to the Lord. My prayer is that would be our hearts this Thanksgiving. May God bless you. Happy Thanksgiving. We love you very much. Take care. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.